that this is the demand for grants third batch of 2016-17. Of course, he has categorized it in three parts, the demands that have been raised. But as from this year, it has been very rightly done so. You have a revenue aspect and you have a capital aspect. And the revenue aspect clearly says 42,540 crores. And the capital is around 5,640. And the total is 48,181 crores, somewhat. I would like to understand from the finance minister, because while going through the revenue allocation in the
Finance
third...
Minister is not there. He is unwell, I've heard.
No, here.
आप तो है. ठीक है, आधा से ही चल जाएगा. Supplementary minister is there. Full budget, full minister.
No, let him back up. You continue, because there are many speakers are waiting to speak.
थोड़ा बहुत
Please.
जैसे अटल जी पहले कहा करते थे हाउस में, नोक झोंक तो थोड़ा थोड़ा होता है. And I think everybody takes it in good spirit. What I was trying to understand from this piece of paper is, other than Ministry of Road Transport and Highway, where more than 2,041 crores have been allocated, MSME around 1,697 crores have been allocated. Police has 965 crores. Ministry of Home Affairs has 209 crores. There is one item number 90, Andaman and Nicobar Island, which has 620 crores. I fail to understand this. I don't know if Professor Roy will explain this to me later. But this 620 crores for the last part of 3 months of this financial year, something is I'm unable to comprehend. Of course, I have not gone through the full bunch of expenditure that were supposed to be. But you have Department of Consumer Affairs 3,502 crores. You have Department of Telecommunication 3,440 crores. These are necessary and for which at least I am aware where this investment has been made or is going to be made. But in Chandigarh, you have hardly 30 crores. Dadar and Nagar Haveli, 58 crores. Daman and Diu, nil. Only capital investment will be 3 crores. 620 crores in Andaman and Nicobar was a bit surprising. And in atomic energy, around 298 crores. So that needs to be explained to the House. And while listening to the Congress speaker and also from the BJP, from Anna DMK and from Trinamool Congress, all four of them have spoken about agriculture, though last week we have deliberated exhaustively on the agriculture demand for grants. Everybody in their speech, not only relating to the drought situation that is prevailing in southern India, but the pauperization of the farmers and the suicides that they are being led to, that is a point of concern which being raised not only in this House but also outside. And that is the challenge before us, before the nation today, how to tackle that situation, how to confront that position and bring the society to a different level where our farmers will be happy. And here I have a point to make. I don't know from the government side the reply will come or not. But when the government comes out with an idea that we will double the income of farmers, within 5 years. When Prime Minister goes around saying, we will double the income of farmers within 5 years. And that was in your manifesto in 2014, that we will double the agriculture income of farmers within 5 years. Have we at any point of time cared to ponder and to find out what was the position from 2002-3 to 2012 and 13 during that 10 years period? From 2002-3 I am saying this because that time the NDA government was there. Subsequently, the UPA was in 2 terms till 12-13 till 14. What was the income of a farmer's household per month during this 10 years' time? And I have the figures with me, sir. And these are all authenticated reports. I think the Minister, Mr. Meghwal, who has experience in administration and also in public life, and now he is heading a very important ministry, is there in the important ministry. He can vouch it, not here in the house but outside. Low productivity today, sir, is the main problem today in our country. And during the agriculture demand for grant discussion, comparisons were made. What is the productivity in China? What is the productivity in other populous countries? Let us first understand what would be doubled. The actual income of the farmer will be doubled. Farm produce will be doubled, or it will be just the real income or the nominal income. Some days back I was asking about this professor is a professor, sir, all the time. And I asked him, what difference does it make between a real income and a nominal income? I think Mr. Finance Minister MOS will try to explain that to me. But I would like to understand, sir, between 2002-3 to 2012-13, as per the current price, then the farmer income was 2,115 rupees per month. It was a very arduous task to maintain a family of 5 at least, average. 2,115. And by the end of 2012-13, the report says it rose up to 6,426. 2,113 से 6,426 तक बढ़ा ये 10 साल में. Previous government, means Atalji's NDA government, Dr. Saab's UPA government in 2 terms, has put in effort. The farmers also have put in effort. The income of the farmer has also risen by 3 times. 3 times in the present current rate. और आप कह रहे हैं 5 साल में हम दोगुना कर देंगे. जरा बताइए, ये कोई नई चीज तो नहीं है, पर दोगुना होना चाहिए और भी होना चाहिए, पर विल इट बी एक्चुअल और नोशनल? And doubling of farm income actually becomes meaningless agar it does not mitigate the farmer's difficulty. This will continue. The suicides will continue. We will try to explain certain things. You will try to explain certain things. Because of this, because of that, because of that. क्रेडिट मिला नहीं, द्वार में आके कोई खड़ा हो गया, बार बार उनको अपमानित होना पड़ा. ये सारे एक्सप्लेनेशन हम देते रहेंगे. जो भी सरकार में है, बाहर कोई विरोध में है वो तो कंप्लेन करेगा. But actual crux of the problem here is how to mitigate the woe of the farmer. और इसमें तीन चीज जो है मैं उसके ऊपर आऊंगा. Where the main agriculture is concerned, its rise depends on three factors. Higher productivity is one, for which this government is putting a lot of effort. Reduced cost, where not much effort is being given. And remunerative price, where the attention is totally nil.
And also guarantee for the marketing their products.
I'm coming to
Without
that,
that, nothing is
I'm coming to that, sir. You hail from
The
a...
speaker is always right.
No, I'm telling you. Because government has come forward to procure the farmers' production. Then otherwise they cannot sell the market.
And he is from Karur.
That is the only guarantee.
You hail from an agriculture belt, you have known the crux of the problem. When I say remunerative price,
For
that
example,
means...
I want to say 1 minute. Regarding the public distribution system, because of that, we are procuring various states, especially Haryana, Punjab, Andhra, like that. But when we are giving these products, the rice and everything to the public distribution, whatever produced locally, they cannot market. That is what we are facing the problem now.
To conserve the produce,
you have to procure from all others.
to conserve the produce and to allow the farmers to sell as he wishes at the when the price goes up. And that is what the government is taking, what steps the government is taking to streamline the agricultural marketing, enhancing the input use efficiency, ensure greater value addition and reduction of waste. These are the four on which our attention, the government attention, has to be given. And there actually the finance ministry allocation of funds is very much essential. There is a need also, as you very rightly mentioned, sir, for post-harvest handling of perishable farm produce and creation of alternative employment and income opportunity, especially in rural section that needs special attention. And what has happened, sir? During the general budget discussion, this also has come into discussion in this House about MG and REGA. There is one enhancement. An enhancement was done in 16-17 to 48,000 crores. And in this budget of 17-18, 48,500 crores. Earlier it was 38,000 crores in last budget. That was the BE. Revised estimate went up to 48,000 crores. But with this increase, I would say revised estimate figure stood at 47,499 crore. And this year, this budget, another 500 crores have been added. So the crux of the problem here is, sir, in November 7 of 2016, the labor turnout in MG and REGA was 38.52. And in next January 7th, it went up to 83.60. There is a sudden upsurge from 38 lakhs to 83 lakhs. And why this upsurge was there? Has this have anything to do with demonetization? People coming away from metropolis to other places back to their villages and asking for employment? What else could have been? If the employment generation or demand in November 7th was only 38.52, lakhs. And in January 7th, it went up to 83.60 lakhs. There is an increase of 40 lakhs. What is the reason behind? And this has not been explained, neither in this house or anywhere else. But what we understand is this is because there is a reverse migration of people back to the villages. और ये जो रिवर्स माइग्रेशन है,
ये बात हमने बोला स्टैटिस्टिक्स,
यस सर,
तो वो नहीं सुने. कम से कम आपकी बात तो सुनेंगे ऐसी कोई आशा.
ये तो इन्होंने अभी 16-17 का डाटा दिया, 15-16 का डाटा नवंबर और जनवरी का ही दे देते तो उससे ज्यादा सुविधा हो जाती.
आप जब फाइनेंस बिल में बोलेंगे उस समय बता देंगे.
सब ये क्यों बोले, आप भी कुछ बोलिए.
कितना डिफेंड करते हो, गलत चीजों की भी डिफेंड.
Please try to be very short because 5 o'clock bulletin is there. Therefore, we are there. For that reply, we have to finish before that.
No, this is a reverse trend, and that demonstrates our impoverishment in the rural area. Why should? My question is, why should government has to provide employment? This was a backup system which the UPA government had done. That yes, we give you a right for employment. If the state does not provide you employment, we'll give you pension. We'll give you employment, that's the guarantee. If it unable to provide that, then the concerned collector or district magistrate will be responsible and money also will be paid to you. But was there an idea, or is the idea today that we will be employing this number of people? And this number of people means 83 households. 83 lakh households, because MGNREGA card is per household. And that is a very alarming situation. Sir, about Swachh Bharat Abhijan, Swachh Bharat Abhijan, an allocation of 13,948 crores for 1.7 crore toilets was allocated. And with the mathematical calculation, it comes approximately per toilet 8,200 rupees. And the total incentive that is being provided now is about 12,000 rupees. And invariably everywhere, whenever we visit, they say ये 12,000 रुपया में टॉयलेट बनता नहीं है, हमको और भी 10-15 हजार रुपया उसमें लागत लगानी पड़ती है. I would like to understand कि अगर जैसे हिमाचल प्रदेश पूरा स्वच्छ भारत हो गया, एक रिपोर्ट अभी ड्रिंकिंग वाटर सैनिटेशन मिनिस्ट्री के वेबसाइट में आ रही है, हो गया होगा, credit can go to that government if our friend Anurag Thakur wants to. But as निर्मल भारत अभियान पहले हुआ करता था, कागज में पूरा लिखा जाता था कि ये हो गया सारा, ऐसा तो नहीं है, ये देखना जरूरी है सर. Sir, about stressed asset in banks is a point of concern, sir. Bad loan is a problem. Sorry.
Please, address the chair, please, mind up. Try to. No, please.
Bank Board Bureau Chairman, can I name him? Mr. Vinod Rai has written a very strongly worded letter recently. That letter has been sent to Finance Ministry and also has been sent to Prime Minister's office, highlighting the lack of action by banks on bad loans. Number of law has been there, has been made during last 33-34 months also, to make it more strong, to recover the money that has been squandered away by respective public sector banks. Stressed assets in PSB need to be addressed and strong measures need to be formed up for quicker resolution. My question, sir, is through you, is there dearth of legal measures? Today, bad loans rose आज अभी कहा गया कि करीब 8 लाख करोड़ से ज्यादा हो गया है. If we, of course, Mr. One former deputy governor of RBI says if we calculate the whole thing, it will go up to 24 lakh crores. I'm not going into that figure. Actually, the figure that has been accepted by the government, let us deliberate on that. Why more power is not being given to oversight committee? This oversight committee, they should be allowed to take decisions under other available mechanisms, including deep restructuring. This committee was set up by RBI last year. Are you thinking of further liberalizing the S4A? These are certain measures which needs to be deliberated by the government.
Please wind up.
An impression in some quarter is that some banks are deliberately delaying the process on account of various issues, including citing the fear of vigilance agencies. Is it true? Why can't you make the bankers be held accountable in such cases? Sir, our party, Biju Janata Dal, believes that transparency in funding of political parties in a democracy is the norm and must be promoted in public interest. Democratic states the world over are engaged in finding solutions to the problem of transparency in political funding. I am saying this because last time when I had raised this issue, the finance minister said we will be deliberating at a later stage. There is a need to discuss this inside the House. He also threw a challenge that if all political parties agree, then we can sit down and deliberate and take a decision on that aspect. Therefore, I am saying this. Of course, I will be deliberating on this subject in great detail tomorrow if my party allows me to speak in the bill. But here I would like to say,
You are the supreme authority. You are the supreme authority.
it's not Congress party, sir.
At least your party, whatever one man says,
Yes.
it goes, at least we have got some.
Sir, it should not be a trial and error method. On this political party funding, think of German basic law that contains very elaborate provisions regarding political funding. And regarding banks today, I would say, I will conclude with these lines, sir. All members of Lok Sabha also are chairman of the district level bankers committee, DLCC, DLBC, DLRC. All banks are flushed with funds. Credit intake is very less. There are different policies of the government where poor people, including educational loan and others, can be given. But is it being given? In last 2 weeks back, when I was in that meeting, I deliberately went into not only our lead bank, but also with other banks. But it is not happening. एक तो पैसा बैंक में है, क्रेडिट नहीं ले रहा है कोई. Banks are today worried, sir, because the interest component is going up. They have to pay interest back to the depositor. Where would they get if the money is not circulated in the market? This is a greater challenge before us. I think the finance minister, if he is going to answer these questions, will be grateful, because the whole country wants to know where from that money is going to come to pay the interest, because the amount of money that has been there has gone into the banks is a great challenge for the banking institution of our country.
आपके प्रधानमंत्री ने मीरठ के भाषण में कहा कि पाकिस्तान की धरती पर हमने सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक किया, मतलब वो पीओके नहीं रहा, भारत ने अपना अधिकार भूल लिया. इसका प्रश्न का जवाब निशिकांत जी आपको देना होगा.